Hello, this is FASTECH. We would like to introduce the Ezi-POS G Series, a unit product that combines the Ezi-POS drive with a general-purpose G-type motor. First, let's take a look at the model naming of the Ezi-POS G Series. As shown in the example model name in Ezi-POS EC. EC indicates the model type and represents an EtherCAT compatible product. The series supports various communication options, including EtherCAT, Ethernet, CC-Link IE TSN, and Profinet. Next, in A to A refers to the drive type, indicating a standard type drive. 2 represents the drive output corresponding to the supported motor capacity. A indicates the encoder type, meaning it supports an absolute encoder. G refers to the motor type, indicating the general-purpose G-type motor series. GMX100AD is the motor ID, and the series is available in 4 power ratings: 30W, 50W, 100W, and 200W. BK indicates an optional specification, referring to the brake option. Finally, in P10, P represents the type of gearbox, with options including a parallel shaft gearbox and a hollow shaft flag gearbox. 10 indicates the gear ratio, which can be selected from 1 to 5 up to 1 to 200. Next, let's take a look at the drive specifications of the Ezi-POS G Series. First, the main power input voltage is 24 volts, and for drives used with 200W motors, it is 48 V. The control power supply ranges from 12 to 48 volts DC. The PWM frequency is 25 kHz, and the current control cycle is 40 microseconds. The motor speed control range is from 0 to 4000 R per minute, and it supports an absolute encoder interface. In addition, the system detects various errors. When an error occurs, an alarm signal is generated and the servo is turned off. The drive is equipped with a brake output connector for brake control, as well as a separate connector for connecting a regenerative resistor. For I/O, it provides 2 dedicated input ports for the torque-off function. In addition to 3 dedicated input ports for limit plus, limit minus, and origin, there are 2 general-purpose input ports and 3 general-purpose output ports. Next, let's take a look at the motor specifications of the Ezi-POS G Series. The motor is a 3-phase BLDC motor. The rated torque and phase current, as well as the peak torque and phase current, are specified for each motor. The rated speed of the motor is either 2500 R per minute or 3000 R per minute, and the maximum speed is 4000 R per minute. All models are equipped with a 14-bit single-turn absolute encoder with a resolution of 16,384 pulses per revolution. The permissible load inertia is up to 20 times the rotor inertia. Next, let's take a look at the torque characteristics of the Ezi-POS G Series motor. The Ezi-POS G Series can maintain rated output even at speeds higher than the rated speed, and can operate up to a maximum of 4000 R per minute. The operating range below the rated torque and rated output is referred to as the continuous operation range, where continuous operation is possible. The peak torque is the maximum torque that can be generated only for a short duration of a few seconds or less. Depending on the motor, the Ezi-POS G Series can generate peak torque of 120 to 150% of the rated torque. The operating range from outside the continuous operation range up to the peak torque is called the short-time operation range. If the motor is operated beyond the specified limits in this range, an overload error will occur. Now, let me introduce the key features and advantages of the Ezi-POS G Series. The Ezi-POS supports a wide range of industrial networks. The Ezi-POS supports EtherCAT, Ethernet, CC-Link IE TSN, and Profinet communication, allowing it to be used flexibly to meet a wide range of customer needs. The Ezi-POS features a DC power input system that supports battery operation. The Ezi-POS has 2 power input terminals, main power and control power. The main power is used to drive the motor, and its voltage is the same as the motor's rated voltage. The operating voltage range is from 10 to 55 volts, which corresponds to 80 to 120% of the rated voltage. If the voltage goes beyond this range, an overvoltage or undervoltage alarm will occur, and the servo will be turned off automatically. If the voltage deviates from 90 to 110% of the rated voltage, it does not affect the operation of the drive or motor, but a warning signal will be generated. The control power is used to supply power to the control logic, separate from motor driving. Even if the main power is not supplied, communication, monitoring, and the motor encoder can operate when control power is applied. The rated voltage is 12 to 48 volts, and the operating voltage range is from 10 to 55 volts. If the control power is not supplied, or if its voltage is lower than the main power will be used as the control power. The Ezi-POS uses motors equipped with a single-turn absolute encoder. A single-turn absolute encoder is a sensor that digitally provides the absolute angular position of a rotating shaft within one full revolution, or 360 degrees. It enables immediate operation without the need for initial motor phase alignment. With a high-precision 14-bit encoder, it provides accurate position control, along with excellent repeatability and stable positioning performance. The Ezi-POS supports safety functions. During motor operation, in case of an emergency or when performing maintenance, it is necessary to keep the motor in a servo-off state to protect operators and equipment. This function, which forcibly turns off the servo and stops the motor, is called the torque-off function. The Ezi-POS provides two dedicated inputs for the torque-off function, and when both inputs are activated simultaneously by the operator, the torque-off is triggered immediately through hardware operation. When the torque-off function is activated, power is no longer supplied to the motor. If the motor is in operation, it will continue moving due to inertia and then come to a stop. While the torque-off function is active, existing servo-on commands are ignored, but all other functions of the drive continue to operate normally. The Ezi-POS supports torque limiting and push motion functions. First, torque limiting is a function that restricts the motor torque to a set value or below. There are forward torque limits and reverse torque limits, which limit the torque applied in the forward and reverse rotation directions of the motor. There is also a maximum torque limit, which restricts the torque regardless of its direction. Push motion can be described as a specialized torque limiting function provided by the Ezi-POS. In addition to the three torque limits mentioned earlier, there is a separate push motion torque limit that can be configured. When the motor torque reaches this push motion torque limit during movement, push motion is initiated, and the motor moves toward the target position at the set speed. In stop mode, the motor stops and the push motion is terminated when an object is detected during movement or when the target position is reached. In non-stop mode, when an object is detected during movement, the motor stops at that position and resumes movement once the object is no longer detected. Even if the target position is reached, the operation mode is maintained and only stops when an explicit stop command is given. Now, let's take a look at a demonstration of the Ezi-POS torque limiting function. The Ezi-POS provides an auto-tuning function. Auto-tuning is a function that automatically adjusts internal drive parameters and controller gains, allowing the system to achieve optimal performance under various operating environments and physical conditions. Auto-tuning consists of an inertia estimator and a controller gain tuner. Using the inertia estimator, the total inertia of the motor system can be calculated. The controller gain tuner automatically drives the motor according to a predefined motion, quickly finds the optimal control gains, and allows the results to be applied and tested immediately. All auto-tuning processes can be performed easily and conveniently through the user software. Now, let's take a look at a demonstration of the auto-tuning function. To enhance user convenience, the Ezi-POS provides user software. The Ezi-POS user software is categorized based on the supported network type. The main menus of the user software include operation testing, I/O configuration and monitoring, alarm and warning monitoring, and parameter management. Next, using the Ethernet-based user software, EasyMotion plus EGUI, we will show a demonstration of parameter setup and operation testing functions. Next, let's take a look at application examples of the Ezi-POS. The Ezi-POS is a DC input BLDC motor system, widely used across various industries for its high efficiency and precise control performance. With support for multiple industrial networks, it can be easily integrated while maintaining existing communication systems. Typical application fields include AGVs and AMRs, industrial robots, conveyor systems, and automatic dispensing equipment. In addition, it is also used in various other industries such as medical equipment and grippers. In particular, the Ezi-POS G Series is designed to be well suited for AGV and AMR system implementation. Next, let's take a closer look at AGV and AMR applications using the Ezi-POS G Series. The Ezi-POS G Series geared motor can be mounted directly to the drive unit without the need for additional components such as couplings or belts. This helps minimize installation space and reduce manufacturing costs. The side-mounted motor structure is ideal for designing low-profile transport equipment. In addition, the structure allows two shafts to be aligned on the same axis while being installed in opposite directions, which helps minimize the distance between wheels. This design reduces equipment idle time and improves overall operational efficiency. One of the key requirements for AGV and AMR systems is load capacity, which is influenced by maximum torque and permissible radial load. The Ezi-POS G Series can deliver high torque without saturation, even at high gear ratios. The permissible radial load varies depending on the motor. For example, a 200W motor can support up to 2040 N of radial load. This enables the transport of heavy loads with high inertia, making it possible to design compact systems with high output performance. The Ezi-POS G Series supports position control as a standard feature, along with speed control. For AGV and AMR systems with a wheel diameter of 100 mm, a motor shaft speed of 1 R per minute corresponds to a travel speed of approximately 0.3 meters per minute. Even at such low speeds, it provides stable operation, enabling smooth acceleration and deceleration, as well as precise movement during frequent start and stop operations. By applying a high-resolution encoder, the accuracy of position control is enhanced, enabling responsive and flexible operation for movements such as straight driving, obstacle avoidance, and stopping. In addition, the Ezi-POS G Series supports various industrial networks. High-speed networks such as Ethernet and EtherCAT are essential for AGV and AMR applications that require synchronized multi-axis motion. They allow simultaneous data communication across multiple axes and enable different motion commands to be assigned to each axis, ensuring precise operation and smooth motion even during start and stop. Finally, we will show a demonstration using the Ezi-POS. As you can see, the AGV has two wheels, and each wheel is driven by a separate motor. The motor used in this demonstration is 30 watts, and a 1-to-5 gearbox is applied. The gearbox is a hollow shaft flat type, which allows the wheel shaft to be directly connected to the hollow output shaft, helping to reduce the space required for the drive unit. The drives used are Ezi-POS Ethernet models for each axis, and they are controlled in real time via an Ethernet network from an industrial PC. You can see that the rotational speed of the left and right wheels differs depending on the movement direction of the AGV, and the direction indicators change accordingly. The direction indicators are controlled through the I/O terminals on the drive, so no additional I/O devices are required. This concludes the introduction of the Ezi-POS G Series, a unit product that combines the Ezi-POS drive with a general-purpose G-type motor. You can find product-related resources such as catalogs, manuals, and drawings, as well as demo and webinar videos on the FASTECH website. Thank you for watching.